Haush Kambo Warrior. It's John here for Planet Kambo, and in today's video I want to show you one of the shamanic tools that we use in our ceremonies. This is called a Chakapa, or a shaman's leaf rattle. And by the way, this I cut my hand when I was cutting some food. Looks worse than it is. What this is just some dried leaves. In this case, these are palm leaves, dried out, wrapped up into a bunch. And what this is for breaking up dense energy. So it's really simple to use. You just shake it. That's what you do. So if you've ever been on a retreat, if you've been to an ayahuasca retreat or similar and you've worked with a shaman, they'll probably have one of these. And what you do is you shake it around, and this can really help to break up dense energy. And having used this, I can honestly say they work. There's been times when I'm holding space and the energy in the whole room gets very, very dense. And then I really feel it. And I get the urge to use this tool. I pick it up, I go around. And when I'm using it, I try not to think too much about what I'm doing with my hand. I put it in my hand and sometimes I close my eyes and I allow it to take on my hand, to kind of take on a life of its own and to do what it needs to do. So you can use this to break up the energy in a whole room, in which case you'd walk around the room and just shaking this around. You can do it on an individual person. Let's say somebody's going through a very difficult Kambo process. This can really help as they're dispersing their negative energy. It can really help to break it up. And then you can shake it around the person. You can also use it on the body. You can use it on the back. And like I said, the best way to use this tool is with intuition. Don't think about what you're doing with your hand. Just allow your hand to do what it needs to do. And that's really what shamanism is all about. It comes from inside you. It's not something that anybody's taught you. It comes from inside you and it flows through you. So I find that having one of these on hand is essential when working with Kambo or working with other medicines, because there will be times when energy will get dense. If you're holding space, you will feel it. The participants in your ceremony will feel it. And a very simple tool, like some bunched up leaves tied together, can actually be very, very effective. So this is a Chakapa, and as I said, you shake it, and you do it from the heart with intuition, not from the head, trying to think about what you're doing with your hand. So this is one of the tools I use to break up dense energy. I can, like I said, I can break it up in a whole room. I can use it on myself if I feel like I've got energy on me. And it's this and also rattle, the tobacco snuff. Though these two tools for me are absolutely essential if you're going to be holding space, working with whatever medicines or Kambo, holding space for other people. You need to have tools that you can use for yourself and for other people to disperse dense energy when it arrives. And they work. It's as simple as that. It's all about intention. So when you use this tool, you're using it for a reason, you're putting your intention into it, and then you're switching off your mind and you're allowing that intuition to flow through you, and your hand will take on a life of its own. Like it's amazing, but if you really tune into it, your hand will shake the way it needs to shake, and sometimes it will get quite violent, the shaking, other times it will be more gentle, but your hand will do what it needs to do. And sometimes it's literally like my hand takes on a life of its own, and there's this vibration going through me, and it's being transmitted out through the leaf rattle. So there you go, Chakapa, shaman's leaf rattle. You can buy them online, but you can make them yourself. You really don't need to pay a lot of money to order one of these things. You just need the right kind of leaves. These are palm leaves, dried palm leaves work very well. And then you just wrap them up. And what I've done with this one, because the last one that I made, what I found was when you shake it, the leaves would come out sometimes, and over time it would gradually lose its leaves, is I actually stitched them together. So I got a cotton and a thread and I stitched the leaves together. I then wrapped them, and now this, when I shake it, no leaves come out. So there you go, Chakapa, shaman's leaf rattle, and I'll see you in the next video.